too close to PNB Rock, man.
I check in everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I call somebody from the place I'm going that I know and check in.
Look, when I was in the punk rock community, I traveled the entire world. I've been in all 50 states. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Hawaii, Dominican Republic. I've been all over Europe, you know. And that's when I was traveling with punk bands. I didn't have any money. It's not like I was going to. I didn't have money to go enjoy these places. What would happen is we would get in a van, or go to the airport, fly to these places, drive to these places, and we would actually collect money at the concert. We would get to this place with no money. So we didn't know where we were going to stay. We didn't know what we were going to eat. We would get to California, and okay, next stop, we got a show in Idaho. Okay, how are we going to get there? At the end of the show, see, the money that they made from the concert, they needed that. They put that in their bank account. And then there was another set of money that we would get from the fans. Hey, guys, we need to make it to Idaho. Can you guys drop a couple dollars in the basket? And we'd get about $500. And that was enough money to get us to Idaho, get us to the next state. So we rocked like that. And we would stay in Squats, which is a abandoned house that punk rockers operated. Squats, or we stay at somebody's apartment. But we checked in, but it wasn't violent. You know, the reason that we checked in is because, say, for example, I'm from Virginia and we're going to do a show in Pennsylvania. I'm going to call the punk rockers in Pennsylvania and let them know, hey, me and 3 bands from Richmond, a couple of the guys, we're coming up there to do a show. We need a place to stay. We need money for gas because after we leave Pennsylvania, we're going to Vermont. Okay, dude, I got you. When you get here, we'll have the money for you. We'll have the squat. We'll have the apartment. You'll be good to go. And when we get there, everything's taken care of. That's checking in the punk rock community. Checking in isn't, okay, in order for me to go to this other state, I have to check in with the punk rockers there because they might kill me if I don't. No, that's not checking in. That's not why we checked in. We checked in because we took care of each other. And punk rock is all about DIY, do-it-yourself ethic, meaning we're going to take care of ourselves. We don't need the record industry to do these things for us. As long as we got the fans, which we call the kids are going to support the bands. And the bands are going to support the bands. We're self-sufficient. So we check in because we depend on each other. In rap, that's the only genre of music where you have to check in or you'll die. You understand what I'm saying? But I understand it because it's like this. Nobody asks country music artists or jazz musicians to check in. People in the hood probably can't even name 3 jazz musicians who are touring. I honestly believe that people in the hood couldn't even name 3 people in jazz who are touring right now. And they will never approach a country musician. They will never approach the Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, and tell them, hey, you better check in or your valuables are at risk or we're going to rob you or kill you. That only exists in rap music, and that's the problem that I have. Why is it that black people... you got 44 million black people in America, 12% of the population. Each state probably has about 1 million black people. No, maybe 20 states. Black people don't even live in every state. We only live in the metropolitan areas. So, we got about 1 million people in about 25 states. A couple other states, maybe we got about 200,000 black people. Not many of us. So the fact that we are this tiny population, we're a drop in the bucket, 12% of the American population. But we have to check in with each other to make sure that we're safe. I get it because if you're putting out that street energy, you're putting out that gangster energy, people are going to try you. If you're advertising and promoting yourself as a gangster who kills people, then yeah, people are going to hold you to that. The thing is, when you become a gangster and you call yourself a gangster, other gangsters start to pay attention to you. There's a reason why gangsters don't pay attention to country music artists. There's a reason why gangsters aren't trying to extort jazz musicians. There's a reason why gangsters extort gangsters or people who portray themselves to be gangsters. You don't have this issue in punk rock. You don't have this issue in heavy metal. This problem only exists in rap. And the white rappers don't have to check in. It's only the black rappers. And that's because the whole hip-hop industry has been taken over by gangs. And if you got a bunch of gang members running the industry, then they're going to act like gang members. So don't be surprised when they corrupt the whole system and you have to check in or you die. Because that's what you get when you get these guys who are they may be talented, they may be talented, they may not be talented, but they're gang members, and you elevate them to a position where they have millions of dollars, give them all this influence. I mean, I don't even know what to say, man. I really don't. I just think it's sad that black kids out the ghetto, even when they make it and become successful, they still have to be beholden to the rules of the street. Whereas jazz musicians, country musicians, people who do electronic music, trance, techno, they don't have to do all of that. You never hear about violence in the jazz community. You never hear, oh, this jazz artist killed that jazz artist because he didn't check in. Or this jazz artist was robbed of his jewelry. I mean, it's sad. Hip-hop itself is a cancer right now, and I think we need to get to the point where we just understand that hip-hop itself is cancer. Peace.